So today we'll be taking a look at an update on Carmella's condition, why Corey Graves is calling John Cena a liar, and much more. Royal Rumble 2021 provided us with another intense matchup between Carmella and Sasha Banks. We've seen Carmella and Sasha Banks go at it with each other over the last few months. We've seen Sasha Banks take down Carmella's partner, Reginald, as well. It was a hard-hitting great match by both superstars, but there was one easily noticeable hard fall that Carmella went through. While diving in between the ropes, Carmella appeared to have a rough fall outside of the ring. To her credit, Carmella got right back up and continued the match, but her boyfriend Corey Graves recently gave an update on her well-being after that hard-looking fall. Corey Graves had this to say about Carmella's fall and how she's been doing. Yes, I'm biased, but I enjoyed the hell out of Sasha Banks and Carmella. I think since Carmella has come back, she has stepped up her game. I know for a fact that she's studying harder than ever, training harder than ever. I think it's starting to pay off. Anyone watching when that dive happened and Carmella went sailing through the bottom rope, and I believe it's known as a scorpion. That's what my kids call it when we watch fail videos. And when somebody's feet hit the back of their head, it was not a good time. She landed face first, and I'm pretty sure she kicked herself in the back of the head. She was a little banged up, but she's still alive. She's still kicking. She'll be all right. It was a very scary looking moment in the match that seemed like it did bang her up a bit, but thankfully, she seems to be doing fine according to Corey. Corey also mentioned how he continues to see the improvement in Carmella's performance week after week. This is definitely true as well. Even the Carmella character itself is probably the best she's ever been right now. The character feels rich and refreshed. Everyone loves classic Princess of Staten Island Carmella, but there wasn't that much of a deep character going on there. But now, she actually has a deep character and personality to her character. She's truly about being the best, having standout clothing, and this whole idea of being untouchable. So, not only has she been stepping it up in the ring, she's also been stepping it up from a character point of view as well. It's unknown what Carmella will do after finishing her feud with Sasha Banks, but it seems like WWE will definitely keep her in the loop and keep on television. So be on the lookout for what's next for Carmella. John Cena made headlines this week for saying that he won't be a part of Wrestlemania 37 at all. It's an insane stat to think about, but John Cena has been involved in some way at WrestleMania dating back to his very first ever WrestleMania in 2003. He hasn't missed one since. So for him to say he's missing this year's WrestleMania is quite the big deal. Of course, you have the fans that believe what John Cena is saying because he's legitimately on set right now for this HBO series. But then you have the other fans that believe John Cena could be hiding a big WrestleMania surprise as well. Corey Graves is one of those individuals that is calling John Cena a liar and doesn't believe that he's actually going to miss WrestleMania this year. Corey Graves had this to say when speaking about John Cena's comments. I don't buy it, because it should be John Cena at WrestleMania in some capacity. There's a lot of truth to what he's saying. It makes sense. I understand it. But there's also a guy as recent as the Royal Rumble last year told everybody he's not coming back under any circumstances. Yeah, Edge, the guy who just won the Royal Rumble, did the same thing. So Corey Graves brings up a great point. It's pretty understandable for John Cena to just easily dismiss WrestleMania and keep going about his business because that seems pretty weird and out of character for him. But then again, with today's circumstances, it seems like John Cena is telling the truth. If by some chance John Cena actually does appear at WrestleMania, they probably won't advertise it and it'll be a small role. Sort of like his match with Undertaker from a few years ago. The match was never officially confirmed by WWE and they left it as a surprise for the show. Then, the next year at WrestleMania 35, John Cena had another surprise appearance where he confronted Elias. So, Cena is used to doing these small surprise appearances at WrestleMania, but like Cena said himself, things are much different right now. He has to quarantine for 2 weeks when he leaves the HBO set, and quarantine again for 2 weeks when he goes back to the HBO set. So, a whole 4 weeks of quarantining will set back his project by a lot. So, that's why it does seem like a WrestleMania appearance is actually impossible this year, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with John Cena. Maybe Corey Graves is right, and we do see Cena in some capacity at WrestleMania 37 after all. The Undertaker found himself in the middle of some controversy for his comments about how the superstars in his era were more tough than the current locker room. Undertaker's comments exploded, and it seemed like every current WWE superstar was a little offended by his comments. Roman Reigns even responded and said that Undertaker sounded like a retired guy trying to sound gangster. Undertaker had a lot of responses from WWE individuals, but Edge recently responded, and he said that he feels like Undertaker was taken out of context. Edge had this to say: "I think any comment can be taken out of context, and I think that's part of what's happening here. During a 3-hour interview, I think they took the most salacious 20-second clip. I think anybody, whoever steps foot into the wrestling ring, no matter what era, whether it be the 1940s, whether it be the 2020s, all tough. There's different challenges that come with every era, with every decade, with every incarnation of what this business becomes. We didn't have the challenge of social media. Now it's a great outlet in order to get your product out there, but there's also a whole lot of hiccups and possible bumps on the road that come along with that. That's a challenge we didn't have to navigate. All we had to worry about getting to the building and producing. Now, the cameras never stop rolling. Now, every aspect of your life that is under a microscope. That's an entirely different challenge than we never encountered. It's just different, is all." Edge most definitely had one of the best responses to The Undertaker's comments, and it makes a lot of sense. This current locker room has to deal with a massive challenge that Undertaker's era never had to deal with, and that's of course social media. Like Edge said, the cameras never stop rolling anymore. The superstars' lives are constantly up front and center because of social media. They always have their eyes on them. Back in Undertaker's era, the second they went behind the curtain, you had no way of seeing the superstar's personal life, and you just saw them the following week on Raw. So it was a massive new challenge that Edge brought up about this current era. It's something that never existed in the 90s. Edge has competed in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now the 20s, so he's technically been a part of a lot of different locker rooms. So if anyone can speak on the situation, it's definitely him. What Undertaker said is also what we see from other athletes in different sports as well. NBA legends and NFL legends always say that their era they played in was the best era. They're very proud of the era they were in. So maybe that's the same sort of idea Undertaker was trying to get at. He's just really proud of the era that he came up in and views it as the undisputed best era of all time. But what did you think about Edge's response to The Undertaker's comments? Did Edge make some great points about him being taken out of context? What did you think about today's other stories with Carmella and John Cena as well? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.